Linking cells in two different spreadsheets is one of Excel's best features and is used extensively in the business world. However, what people don't realize is how easy it is to make an error and how important it is that all linked spreadsheets are open at the same time. So for example, you've got two spreadsheets here. The first one is just giving you the designation of the people involved and their rate per hour. The second one is actually the calculation of the costs. So what you'll see here is that that formula is taking the number of hours and multiplying it by the relevant rate, which is correctly listed there. Similarly, the structural engineer is taking how many hours he's done, and they're looking at his rate. Now, if you keep these two workbooks open at this and make structural changes, the effect is that Excel will adapt the formula to take that into account. So just to emphasize, this formula here took D12 and multiplied it here by G12, which is here. If for whatever reason we insert another row here, what you'll see is if you go back to this formula, Excel has adapted the formula to take that movement into account. As a result, you are still correctly looking at the correct place. However, what people don't understand is that it's vital that the spreadsheet itself is open. So for example, let's close the spreadsheet down, and we'll make the changes to it. And then here, for whatever reason, we'll come and we'll actually, while that other spreadsheet is closed down, insert another row. Now, if we open up that spreadsheet again, what you'll see, and it's immediately noticeable here, is that suddenly there are zeros coming through. The reason for this? It is still looking at the correction made for the first row entry. So when you look at where it's looking, it's still looking at that old cell. It's a very common error to make, and if the spreadsheets get big enough, it's very difficult to spot. And what is more risky is if it actually doesn't look at a blank but looks at another number, or for whatever reason you've included a number in that cell. Again, a very common error to make. What needs to be understood here is that if you're going to have linked workbooks, you cannot make structural changes without opening all the linked workbooks so that Excel can adapt for them. If your workbooks are too big to open up, it is vital that you make sure that everyone's clear that structural changes, which is inserting rows and inserting columns, cannot happen or must be strictly controlled.